Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Creations by Nicole. Hope everyone is having a great day today. We're going to work on another Father's Day gift today, and we're going to do a t-shirt. So let me go ahead and show you how to put your mat inside your shirt and where to place it so it'll be even across the chest, and that way it'll always be straight when you get ready to ink on your on your item, on your t-shirt. Geez, I can't think. Okay, so hold on. Let me turn you guys down to my desk. Hold on. Okay, so here's the shirt. I flipped it inside out. Usually what I do, I find the tag, and that is the center of your shirt. And then usually what I'll do, I'll use my four fingers, and then for the spacing from the neck down, and then you can add your ink mat in. So that's what I'm going to do. Try to make sure I don't and your ink mat is sticky, so be careful where you want to place it so it'll be even. Okay. And then once you place it down, you just rub it. Okay. It should be good. Okay, let me just hold it up. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so what I usually do, once I do that, I will stick my hand inside the shirt, grab the ink mat from the top, and flip it over. And that way your ink mat stays in place. And then, I guess I'll show you. Let me, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. And then see, that way your ink mat is inside your shirt, like this. You guys see? Okay. So let me flip the camera back down, and then I'll get it all straightened out. Okay. So let me just straighten out the arms. Okay, make sure your shirt is flat with no wrinkles. Okay, so your ink mat is here. Okay, then what we're going to use, the transfer we're using today is called Catch and Release. It's got a big, I'm assuming this is a bass, some type of fish, and it says Catch and Release, fish more, stress less. So we're going to use this one. Each of the transfers is in its own individual envelopes. So that way you can keep them from getting bent on the corners. Okay, let me just make sure. Okay, my mat starts here. Okay, just trying to make sure that it is straight because we want it like right in the chest. Oh yeah, okay, we really. Let's see if I can do it without messing it up here. Okay. Okay, there's the end of my mat. Yeah, I really put this mat in here crazy. Okay, so it's in the middle. Okay. Okay. All right, so it's in the middle. And what you do to release your transfer from your backing, just roll it. The white side is the sticky side, where the sticky side goes of your transfer. The yellow side is the back. So always remember that. You don't want to stick your sticky transfer on the back of the yellow. It's going to be always go on the white. Okay. Trying to make sure. Okay. So smooth it out. Make sure you don't have any wrinkles. Oh. I'm trying to make sure this is not crooked. Okay. It just looks. Let me adjust my camera so you guys don't think I'm. Okay. I think we're. There we go. Okay. Because it's straight on my shirt here. Okay. And I think what we're going to use today. Oh, hold on. I think I put. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I didn't. I thought I might have to move my. Because I want this straight. Okay. I think I got it this time. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, let me just hold it up for a second. I just want to make sure. All right, I think I got it. It just looks crooked, but I think we're okay. Okay, so long as we stay in the middle here, we should be good. Okay. I think we got it. Got it straight. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do more so like a one and done. So we're only using one color. Only using one color. And the color we're going to use is bright white. I'm going to use a mini squeegee. Oh shoot, I can't use paste. Oh my goodness. Hold on guys, I got to get ink. That definitely won't work. Okay. We're not using paste. We're using bright white ink. So ink you have to use for your t-shirts because once you heat set it, then it becomes permanent, and then you can wash it and throw it in the washer and everything. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. You can be very careful that you don't get ink on your shirt or your hands so you don't transfer it to your shirt. So we're gonna take the paste and squeegee it down, pick up the excess and keep it moving. Ink you don't have to pick it up very fast because it takes it doesn't dry as quick as the paste does. So you can usually get a complete, do your whole transfer without pulling it up, depending on how big it is. Okay. Just make sure you always pick up the excess of ink, and then move it to your next letter. Okay. And then pick it up, and you can put it back in your jars because you don't use a whole lot. That's what I like so much about my transfers, because they're reusable. You can use them up to 8 to 12 times, but if you take good care of them, then you can use them even more than that. Okay. Just make sure you didn't miss any spots. Just look at your transfer, make sure nothing seems like you missed. And once you do that, okay, this transfer does have some distress in them, so it does have distress in it. So it should be okay. All right, so just make sure you don't have any ink on your hands before you pull up your transfer. I got a little bit of ink on my fingers, so let me get this off. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so start from each corner, pull it up slowly, and that way, if you miss a spot, you can just lay it back down, and it will, then you can go over it again. Oh man, this looks so good. I love it, I love it. Oh, perfect. Came out really good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. I'm going to show you guys how I clean my transfers. Just hold on a second here. Clean my hands again. Okay. Usually I will take them to the sink and clean them. Okay. Gotta let them go now. Alright, let me lay this over here for right now. Okay. So let me show you guys how I cleaned my transfer. I have a dish dry mat that I use. Ooh, this one needs to be washed. It's got glitter all over it. I lay it on top. Then I spray it. You can use water from the sink, that's fine. And then you can take, grab my board eraser. We have board erasers that we use to clean our transfers. And this is how they look. And then you can wipe down your transfer. Okay. Then what you do is flip it over on the sticky side and be gentle because you don't have to scrub, and just wipe down your transfer, and that will get the rest of the chalk paste out of your screen. Okay, so once you do that, And what I usually do is take a paper towel and I wipe off the excess water like this. And then I flip it over. Do the same side thing on the sticky side, but be careful. You don't want your paper towel to stick to your transfer. So usually do one good quick wipe like this. Oops. Okay. I'm done with that. Throw that in the washer. Okay. Let's see. And then I grab my backer sheet. I lay my stencil or sticky side up. Okay. Then usually what I do, I'll roll the backer sheet like this, and then you have just your two pointed ends, and you line it up with your transfer. It might take you guys, some of you guys, a few times to get it straight, and then just let it roll. And there you go. Flip it over. Make sure there's still no water on it with your paper towel. Okay, then you can insert it back into its envelope. And what I do is I roll the flap down, stick it inside of the envelope. Okay, flip this over, fold my transfer like a taco, and then stick it in there, push it in. If the ends roll up, just stick your hand and then roll it down, and flip it back over, pull out the flap, and then seal it. And there you go. It's ready to be used again. Perfect. And no chalk paste inside of the flap. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, let me close up my paste. Take my water. Okay. Let's close. I'm sorry, my ink. I keep saying paste. This is ink. Okay. Okay. Let me just make sure there is knocking everything over. Good job, Nicole. Good job. Okay. All right. What we're going to do is dry your ink a little bit here. So when you get ready to return on my heat press, I usually do my t-shirts at 325 for 30 seconds if you have a heat press. If you don't have a heat press, that's okay. You can use an iron, and you do 4 minutes on each side. And make sure that with no steam, make sure that you move your iron around. Put a piece of parchment paper in between the shirt and your iron, and then that way, if anything is still kind of wet, it won't get onto your iron. But you only need to do it for 4 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and dry this a little bit with my quick tool. You can find my quick tool on my website. And to make sure that to check the wetness, you just need to tap if it's still wet. You can go ahead and keep blow drying it. We're good now. And this is not real hot, so it won't melt your ink pad, the ink pad in here. And you're okay. don't use that drive a little bit more. And then I'm taking it out. Almost there. Alright, so let's take our ink mat out. Okay. And just make sure you just crawl your hand with the ink mat because it, oh, that scared me. It's very sticky and you don't want your t-shirt to fold on itself. Okay. Just hold it, push down. Okay. Hold this side. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'll tell you not to do that. Pull that out. Sit there. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let me straighten my shirt out here. There we go. Okay. Take this ink back out the way. Okay. You just put the backing back on this right quick so it doesn't stick to anything else. Okay, and it's ready for the next use. Okay, then we need to get our heating pad. Heat press our padding. Okay, so stick it inside the shirt like this. Make sure your shirt is, your design is all the way on the mat. And then you're going to take some parchment paper. Okay, grab some parchment paper here. You're going to open it out. You're going to lay it on top like this. And it does, it protects your heat press or your iron from getting ink on it. Everything is still wet. And I set my heat press to 325 for 30 seconds. So set your heat press down, hit the button, and you're going to continually move your heat press around. You're not going to let it sit there. And then you just move it around until your 30 seconds is done if you have a heat press. And then once you do that, then you can flip it over and we'll do the back side of it. And then once you complete the back side of heating it, it will be permanent. Okay. What you want to do, just check it. Make sure everything feels dry. If it still feels a little tacky, you can... Oh wow, I got ink on my hand somehow. Oh, probably when I close the top up. Okay. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. So let's take the heating pad out. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over. And then we're going to stick the heating pad in again. Okay. Alright. Okay. Then we're going to... Some people don't use parchment paper when they do the back side, but I do. And let's just from my makes me feel safer that there won't be any ink getting on my heat press. And do it for another 30 seconds. And just move it around. That way the heat is distributed evenly. And then once this is done, then your shirt is complete. Okay. Okay. I mean the carton paper. Okay. We'll take the the pad out, heating pad out. Okay. So let's flip it back over. Okay, let me fold it so you guys can see it better. Okay. There we go. It is. Okay. There we go. There we go. All done. And that's how you make a t-shirt. And it's just that simple. And you can make 10 of them if you want with the same transfer. And they all come out looking like this. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope everyone has a good day. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.